Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I'm 30 years old. Grew up in Jersey, Maryland, all of that. Probably about 20 years ago, when I was 10 years old, '05, my mom, my step pop, my step pop from Camden, New Jersey. Shout out to everybody in Camden. They buy me a stereo because I love rap. Like, I'm not gonna be a rapper or nothing like that, but I love rap. And I remember all my cousins over there for winter break. It's like 10, 20 of us in like a 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment. We just hanging out like back in the old days and shit like that. All my cousins from Camden or whatever like that. And to wake me up, one of my cousins plays on the stereo. He blasts Joel Santana, mic check 1 2 1 2. Nigga, we grew up on the Diplomats. You feel me? Nigga, I have a LGBT brother, and his favorite rapper is Cameron. We used to listen to Kanye West Gone and be like, Killer Cam, Killer who? Killer Cam Hustler, grind the troop, up my chilla blue. Like, everything from my younger LGBT brother to my older brother, nigga, we love Dipset, bro. You feel me? When a year later, Jim Jones dropped Ballin', we knew about that. In '07, I learned about Max B from my older cousin. No, I think that might have been '08. I learned about Max B. Never liked it, nigga. I'm not really a fan of Max B. He was always trash to me. But we learned about Max B from my older cousin. You feel me? Cameron. Another thing is this. Even people down to Hell Rel. I could not name a Hell Rel nothing. But I know him from Killer Season, when he was drinking the champagne, when the girls was fighting, throwing corn on the cobs, nigga. I remember being 13 years old, going to the fridge and getting a bottle of sparkling water and drinking that shit like Hell Rel, trying to be cool like them niggas, bro. The Dipset was the coolest niggas ever. But I say that to say this. I've never heard of this nigga Unkasa a day in my life. I gotta be honest with you. Until this Gully TV shit happened. Been watching Gully TV for years. I heard him mention certain things about Dipset and stuff like that. And I went on to learn more about Unkasa, and I think he's a talented rapper, bro. I'm surprised he didn't pop off. You feel me? He was signed to the same niggas as Dipset. He had an image. The nigga Gully tried to call him ugly, but Unkasa has an image, bro. The fly, nerdy looking nigga, that's an image that could sell, bro. There's more nerds than cool niggas. You feel me? The Unkasa image could sell. You feel me? The Revenge of the Nerds type shit. He could have came out with an album like that on that type of shit. But the reality is, it seemed like the Dipset never embraced him. Even over the years, I heard of niggas like a nigga like Fred Money, who used to run with Cassidy. He wasn't even Dipset. That was fucking J.R. Ryder's brother. And J.R. Ryder's like, I didn't even know J.R. Ryder was in Dipset. I thought he was cool with them niggas, but I didn't even know he was in Dipset. So if we talking about a 10-man roster, J.R. Ryder might be number 14 on the bench. Unkasa's 15. And I'd heard about Fred Money before I heard about Unkasa. That's the reality of it, bro. So even though I haven't heard about, in another thing, I was talking to my cousin the other day. He was asking me, what you doing? I'm like, I'm in the crib board just watching these lives, telling him about the Unkasa live. He like, I never heard of him. Like, niggas never heard of Unkasa, bro, which is sad, because it's like, he's a story nigga, you feel? But now we starting to hear about him more and stuff like that. So I say that to say this, bro. Regardless of whatever's going on, what he's saying, that don't mean that it's false, or I should be able to take his side over Gully TV, because I watch Gully TV. I never heard of Unkasa. I kind of understand both sides of it. It's the internet shit, bro. It never really had to go this far. You feel me? The first initial live, Gully was, he was coming off crazy, but he was coming for, showing love to Unkasa, like having his back type shit. You feel me? And I think what Gully said was true. It was like, yo, I wasn't answering his calls. He took it personal, so he snapped on me. I wrote in the comments, I said, yo, Unkasa, dog, why you ain't have this much energy or this much bark for allegedly the dudes that tied you up, or even the Dipset niggas that been dissing you over the years, bro? Why you ain't, like, you come at Jim Jones and, I love you, bro. You ain't never embraced me, make me want to cry. Which everybody had those feelings before, but after the age of 24, 25, you become a man. You learn, like, nigga, I'm gonna fuck with people who fuck with me. You feel me? Or even if it take you 30 to learn it, because it took me till I was 28, 29, 30 to actually be, come on those people that's like, yo, I can't be reaching out to, my sister over here who don't fuck with me because I love her. She don't fuck with me. Fuck her. It took me to 30 to learn that. So some people learn at their own pace. But for a nigga to be 47, bro, you too old to not have learned about that. You feel me? But as far as the whole Gully thing, bro, everything that he's supposed about Gully, it's sad, bro. Gully, dog, that shit, you hitting on women will never sound Pete, bro. You feel me? You supposed to be this entrepreneur, this baller. It don't make no sense. You feel me? If you a baller and you'd have had plenty of women, you not tripping over no girl. You feel me? You're not going lengths to put hands on the female. We seen the video where the dude was trying to fight you and I don't want to fight or nothing like that. As far as the 15 kids and shit like that, you're not taking care of your kids. That's not P either, bro. It's nothing honorable about that. You feel me? Your brand probably would have blew up more if you would have been doing what you was doing with the lives, with teaching your son basketball. If you would have been doing that with your other kids and shit. If you do have 15 kids, been doing that, you know, that your shit would have blew up even more. Even when DC Blacks comes out and mentions the whole everything, how come you don't interview nobody from Erie? That's true, nigga. How come you not documenting your city like that, bro? You are kind of dick riding Philly, New York, all that kind of stuff, which makes sense because you know those are the popping hubs. But it's something out there in Western Northern PA that you could talk about. You feel me? Even with the exercise shit, you could do vlogs about that. You know, but the Unkasa, you know, Gully TV situation, it's funny as hell. It's entertaining. It is sad to me, dog, because like I said, these niggas was best friends, you feel me? And Gully TV is a nigga that lobbied for Unkasa. I never heard of him before Gully TV. Unkasa is also a nigga who lobbied for Gully, you feel me? Even just him introducing them to Skibo Debo and the Miami trip, bro. Like, here's the thing. When people team up and people become closer and stuff like that, people become family and stuff like that, bro. There's no telling, like, not, like, when people team up, you feel me? Unless somebody's literally doing nothing, you can't try to be like, oh, this person, because it could be something small, you know, even, you know. I'll break it down like this. Gully said that Unkasa's dead weight. I could see that, bro. I could see where you're coming from by saying that. I'll be 100% honest. But at the same time, Unkasa was the nigga who planted that seed. You feel me? Gully TV had shit going on before that, but Unkasa planted a good seed for him. You feel me? Introduced him to Skibo Debo, took him to Miami. Those two things was very important for Gully TV's rise, for whatever he was doing. You feel me? So I could see him looking at it like, yo, this nigga Unkasa's dead weight. You feel me? We was cool for 15 years. He did help me, and I appreciate him for that. And I do have love for him, but he's dead weight. My opinion is this. It shouldn't have to go to that. I think we all kind of being trolled to a certain extent, but some real stories is coming out. But I also look at it like it's Gully looking at it like, yo, I gotta move on from this nigga. Like, he not moving right, he not thinking right. But there's a certain way that you could do that, you feel me? But Digital Thugs, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe.